Hello children, now this is the second video of the chapter the skeletal system, and in this video I am going to explain you about the joints and the muscles. So we will study about the types of joints and the types of muscles which are present in our different parts of the body. Children, as you have seen in the previous video about the different kinds of bones. So for an example, I want to show you here that this is the rib cage, okay, and here is the shoulder girdle. Okay, so this rib cage and the shoulder girdle is here, and on the shoulder girdle here you will see that there will be the attachment of some other bones. Okay, that means the forelimbs bones. Okay, now how these bones are attached with each other, that is called the joints. Okay, so basically the skeletal system is made up of bones which are joined together. Okay, and the place where the two bones or more than two bones meet is called the joint. Okay, they meet and join together, so that is called the joint. These joints are not simply attached, there are some other substances which help them to attach. Okay, and also there are some coverings also, that is also known as the cartilage, okay, which helps the bones to get away from the damage. Okay, it protects the bones. Now children, if you remember the previous video, you might have noticed that this diagram was there, okay, and this is only to show you about the skull part, okay, and this skull part is having two types of joints, okay. One is the immovable one and another is the movable one. In that video also I had explained you about this. So as I have told you that the skull is having near about you can say the 22 bones, okay, and in which 8 are at the head region. Okay, the upper part of the head has 8 bones. So these bones are having basically the immovable joints. That means the shape of the head will remain as it is, okay, and it will not move just because the joints are there, but they will be immovable one. But as you see, the lower jaw is movable one. So here how they are jointed, they are having the movable joints. So altogether I want to tell you that joints are of two kinds, immovable joints and the movable joints. So immovable joints are present at the skull and the breastbone, okay, where the ribs are attached. So they are the immovable ones, okay. And the movable one, there are 4 kinds of joints. Okay, so here you see the pivot joint is there, then the hinge joint, here is the gliding joint, and here is the ball and socket joint. Apart from that, a saddle joint is also there, and another is the condyloid joint. So in detail you have to study here about the main 4 joints. Okay, so starting from the hinge joint, here is the hinge joint. So first you see the hinge joint is there to which allow the movement in only one direction. Okay, just like the door. Okay, so door is having the you see it only opens one side, not the other side. Okay, so in the same way this joint also works like that. Okay, so these joints are found basically in the knee and the elbow and fingers and the toes. You cannot move the finger in the backward direction. Okay, it will remain in the front direction only. So it is what the knee and the elbow and finger and toes, they are having the hinge joint. Okay, then the another one is the gliding joint. The gliding joint, in this case, this is the gliding joint, and in this case you can see here that the bones get slip over each other just because of the joints. So joints, these allow movement in all the direction. Okay, here the bones slide over each other. These joints are found in the basically the wrist and the ankles, and also the spines. Okay, that's why you are able to bend yourself, you can move your body. Okay, so it is just because of the gliding joint. Next one is the ball and socket joint. ball and socket joint, as the name says, ball and socket. So here will be the one bone will be in a curved form and another bone will be in the hollow form. Okay, so that is called the socket. So in this way they get fit with each other. Okay, and this kind of joints will be seen on the shoulder and also on the hips. Okay, and that's why they allow the movement in all the direction. Okay, just because of the ball and socket joint. Then the next one is the pivot joint. Pivot joint allows movement in left, right and up and down. Basically it is present in the neck region. So neck region, you can see you can move your head left and right also and up and down also. Okay, so the joint between the skull and the spine is a pivot joint. We can turn our head from side to side and up and down because of this joint. Now children, next part of the skeletal system is the muscles. As you all can see in the picture that the muscles are covering the whole body. Okay, and inside they are attached with the skeletal system. Okay, that means the bones. Exactly. So here you can see, and the movement is possible just because of the contraction and the relaxation of the muscles. Okay, and the joints are also responsible for the movement. So the combination of the action of muscles and the joints both allow us to move, and also these muscles are very much helpful for our growth and to stay strong. Also they are helpful for chewing the food, and also inside the body there are so many organs which are made up of different kinds of muscles. Okay, just like the heart is having different muscles, and the intestine, they are having different muscles. The bones which are attached with the muscles directly, they are having different structures. So one by one we are going to study about this. In this picture also you can see layer by layer how our body is arranged. Okay, the upper portion, upper surface is fully covered with the hard muscles. Then inside there will be, you can see the bony structure is there, and then inside there are so many nerves, thread-like structures, and also the circulatory system is also involved in this. Okay, a very clear picture you can see here, where the arrangement of bones are present and the muscles are, how they are covering the bones. So children, here you can see the muscular system is having three kinds of muscles. Okay, one is the cardiac muscle, another is the voluntary or skeletal muscles, and the third one is the involuntary or smooth muscles. In your book, this involuntary and voluntary are given, and the cardiac muscles are added into the involuntary. So basically, what is the meaning of voluntary and involuntary? Voluntary means when the things are dependent on your own wish, on your wish. Okay, and involuntary, which is not dependent on others' wish. Okay, so they move by their own. So voluntary is what? Willingly. Okay, so here you can see according to your instruction it will move. So they are known as the skeletal muscles. They are directly attached with the bones. Okay, and involuntary muscles, they are also known as the smooth muscles, and in the involuntary they have considered cardiac muscles also. Cardiac muscles are present in the heart. Okay, so again we will study in a little more detail. Now children, you can easily remember this diagram. Okay, the heart, this is the cardiac muscles. Okay, and cardiac muscle is the only muscle which is forming the heart, and this cardiac muscle has to work throughout your whole life. Okay, so it should be very strong and different. So this cardiac muscles are found only in the heart, no any other place. Okay, and the another one is the skeletal muscles. Skeletal muscles, also known as the voluntary muscles, and they are also known as the striated muscles. Okay, and they allow the movement of the hand, leg and other body parts, and dependent on your wish. When you want to move from one place to another, then only it will start working, otherwise it won't. Okay, and the third one is the smooth muscles. Smooth muscles are also known as the involuntary muscles. They are not in our control. They will move by their own, and as soon as you will take any bite and the food goes inside, it will start working. Sometimes it works faster and sometimes slows. Okay, and they are found in the stomach, intestine and the blood vessels. In higher classes you will study more about these three muscles. So children, don't get confused between the importance and the functions. Almost they both are the same. So if we talk about the importance of bones, so already you know that this is the hardest and the most rigid structure in our body. So obviously they will give support and shape to the body. Also it will protect the internal organs, soft organs. Then movement is possible just because of the bones. So that is why the bones are important for our body. Then storage of minerals and the fats are there. Calcium is deposited in this, and blood cell formation, as I told you before, that bone marrow. And in the same way, the importance of joints and the function of joints are also the same. The joints make our skeletals flexible. Okay, the movable ones will be helpful for moving our body, and no movement is possible without the bone joints. And because of this joints, we are able to walk, run, eat, bend, twist our body, play, hold things and dance, and all different kinds of activities, just like the different exercises also you are able to do just because of the joints. And in the same way, the function of muscles and the importance of muscles are also the same. They provide a support system to the bones in our body, and the muscles attached to the bones and the blood vessels are responsible for the movement. Okay, and the muscles inside the internal organ carry all the important functions. Now the next topic is how to take care of your bones. Okay, so here making our bones strong is very important to remain healthy and fit. So there are two things. One thing is the physical exercises and another thing is the food. So one by one we will study about this. Basically food items which makes our body strong or the bones strong are, that is salmon, a kind of fish. Then here also the fish is there, that is sardines. And then milk is very important, that is it gives lots of calcium for the body. Then cheese is there, yogurt, that means so many milk products are there. Then sesame seed is there, and then spinach is there. Okay, then white beans, and then some kind of cottage cheese is also there. Okay, so these all are basically the milk products. They are very much helpful for the calcium and for the bones. So you can see here there so many green vegetables are there, and which gives you calciums, and all dry fruits are there. So many you can see the proteins you will get from these foods, vitamin, minerals. That means altogether you need a balanced diet. Okay, so especially the calcium, vitamin C and vitamin D. Okay, so these things are there, and the dairy products. So these all things are very much helpful for the strong bones and the muscles. Now children, here you can see talking about the importance of good posture and exercises. So basically the correct posture and incorrect posture are shown, that the way to sit and stand. Okay, the position in which someone holds their body while sitting and standing, that is called the posture. So we must maintain a good posture while sitting and also while standing. So that makes the muscles relaxed. Okay, and also we will not feel tired. So correct posture is this one. Okay, and here you can see the body is straight. So if you are keeping your body straight, that means your spinal cord will remain straight. The vertebral column will remain straight. Okay, but if you will make your posture like this in a bent way, so slowly and gradually your posture will become very bad, and you will have the habit of sitting or standing like this. Even in the second picture, you can see the second part, you can see how the person is sitting. Okay, back is straight. Okay, but here you can see it is bent. So always keep this in your mind, and be alert whenever you are sitting or standing, that how your backbone is there, whether it is straight or bent. Here also you can see how the person is sitting. So this is the wrong way and this one is the correct way. Okay, so next time whenever you are sitting or standing, you should be very careful. Here you can see the girl is sitting on the chair, and this is the way the vertebral column or the backbone is bent. Okay, continuously for hours the child is sitting in the same way, then they will have the habit of doing or sitting in the same way, and slowly and gradually the backbone will bend. Okay, the posture will become very worst. Also, when you are sitting in front of the computer, so your eye should be in a proper angle. Okay, and that is so 5 tips for taking care of your joints. This is the exercise. You should do regular exercise. You should eat that kind of food which will build your muscles and do exercise. Then maintaining appropriate posture, you should be very careful, and then maintain healthy diet, and also use the protection. Okay, so these all things will be helpful for your joints and the bones. Otherwise, before your old age, you will become old and weak also. And when you exercise and do lots of physical work, then your immunity will become strong, and then you can easily fight against the diseases. Okay, disease causing germs especially. Nowadays you have to be very careful, and you should do proper exercise and do lots of physical work, and also yoga is also very important for this purpose. So students, hope you all have understood the topics. If you have any doubt or question, you can ask in the comment section below. Please like, share it with your classmates, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can get my latest updates. Thank you and take care.